as is typical, this is the last day of our holiday and the weather's going to be really nice today. It's already warm. We've just come up to play ball, that's not a steam train you can hear, that is Sprocket having played ball. And this has been a lovely sight. Wouldn't hesitate in coming here again. Everything's very nice, there's nice little touches, but I think the best thing about it was the owners or the staff. Absolutely lovely. Couldn't do enough for you. I've got a beautiful golden retriever, so that always puts them way above any other staff. So we've had a lovely time. What I like is the nice little touches. It is an adults only, so that'll be a downside for some people, but an upside for retired teachers like ourselves. And it's just nice to come and have a bit of peace and quiet without ball games and those sorts of things, which, you know, it is fine when you've got children. When we've been in that situation, so this wouldn't have suited us before. But it's a nice touches, even though there's no children. It's got little statues and dragons and hippopotamuses around the site, and apparently they move around occasionally. We were going to go off to Wroxham. I've changed my plans now because I didn't look into that well enough. I thought we'd go to Wroxham and go on a boat trip. Well, they don't start for a couple of weeks. There is a model railway there, huge model railway there. That's not open today, it's open tomorrow. So we've arrived at Potter Heigham, next to the marina. It's a very large car park for customers of Latham's, but as Latham seem to own most of it, that's not going to be a problem to go in and have a quick look in the superstore. And I think there's a cafe and fishing shop and those sorts of things if you want a fishing shop. It's the warmest it's been for a long time. At the moment it's 11 degrees. My mum and dad used to bring us on the Broads for holidays, as well as the Thames and canals as well. Had lots of boating holidays. And remember at Potter Heigham, it's got this bridge which none of the hire cruise boats like the one over there, you're not allowed to drive through that bridge by yourself. You have to have a pilot that takes you through because it is so low. And I don't think it depends whether the tide's in or out. It's still low and you have to have a pilot through. So you wouldn't believe you could actually get a boat through there. Sprocket's just been hissed at by a swan. So these are all hire boats. And these are day boats. Very quiet. Looking at the website, the main boating season doesn't start for about 2 weeks, because I remember this place just being heaving with boats, because you have to wait for the pilot to take you through one at a time.
Let's go and have a look.
So we've had a quick look around Potter Heigham. We've been into the store over there to be a customer, and that is like a supermarket combined with a garden centre, combined with a bit of IKEA. It's got everything in there. But the best bit is they've got a fresh bakers. Just had some lovely hot cheese straws. It was worth stopping just for these. So you don't pay for the car park as long as you're a customer. sounds like ours. Point 3, viewpoint walk. So it's just, that's ours. It's my legs hurting. So we've arrived at Horsey Windpump, which basically looks like a windmill. It's National Trust. It's got a tea room. And when it opens properly, can you go up then?
You're
Or?
up there, and there's a balcony there.
Yeah.
And good views up there.
That's the trouble with coming this time in March. It's like you thought, oh, we'll go on one of the broad trips. They don't start for a couple of weeks.
No.
So, although the weather's changing, it's quite nice today.
Quite nice today. I think most people are already outside anyway. There's not a lot
Yeah.
in here. It's colder in here than there.
Well, my wife says you'll go and wait in the sun. Lovely, thank you very much.
These are better, they're bigger.
Yeah.
That looks nice and relaxing.
Very relaxing.
Big bench.
So in true fashion, the wind pump isn't fully open. It's only downstairs that's open because they're getting things ready. When did he open? April.
April.
Doesn't open properly till April, and you can go up to the balcony at the top in April and see the views. But it's still nice just to come and see it and see how peaceful it is here. So we've arrived at Reedham Ferry campsite, which is right next to the river and a little bit of mud. So beautiful little campsite next to a pub. I think it was £17 a night without electric, so very much the same as a small CL site. Because we haven't got electric, it's basically park where you like within reason. At this end, Rachel's reading her book, and there's the car ferry at the end. If you're into fishing, the campsite has its own fishing pond. Looks like that could be a possible overflow campsite. It's got a small bridge back onto the campsite. was a little bit worried about going on grass. The grass is very solid. What?
Ground solid, not the grass.
Being March, I was a little bit worried about going on grass, but I got out and tested it, but the ground is very solid, so we've had no problems getting on, and it should be fine getting off. I have got a good pair of Malenko, what are they, mud mats, mud grip mats. I've never had to use them yet. Last famous words.
Famous last words.
How do you know they could be my last famous words?
They could be, but they're not famous, are they?
It depends how successful the YouTube is, doesn't it? So, 30 electric pictures then. Oh well. You're mocking me, aren't you? Oh, that food looks nice. Oh, a little bit of mud. So we think that this has been harvested for thatch, because there's a bundle there. That's quite interesting, isn't it? Is that burnt or just... It's all along, so it looks like they've burnt it.
I see where vehicles have been on there.
Yeah. This is the toilet block. So it looks like a shack from the outside, but actually very, very modern inside, very clean, and we'll be using those. Those are fine. Considering this is the price of a CL, basically, without electric, I think it was £17. I'll put a link in the description so you can check what the prices are, because obviously they might fluctuate with the seasons. But very good value. Dishwashing. Washing machine, water for the service point, chemical disposal with a hose to wash out. These toilets aren't in use, maybe that's just high season. Unfortunately I've triggered the lights on. So we're going to pop into the pub for tea. You have to check the times because I don't think it's open on Mondays and Tuesdays. And tonight it's open from 5 till 8, so you do need to check the times. Most importantly, the pub is dog friendly. So just a few words about Reedham Ferry campsite to finish off. It's a lovely campsite. So if you want the electric, you'll get allocated a pitch, I think 1 to 30. If you don't want the electric, you go down to the far end where you just park on the grass. There isn't any hard standing. But that's not a problem, the grass is solid. So if you don't want the electric, just go down the end and park sensibly. There were a couple of tents there, as well as caravans, while we were there. So they must have been a little bit cold at night, but there we go. It says dogs must be on leads, as most campsites do. We went through the gate and there is a field. Not sure if that's part of the campsite or not. So we went through the second gate, which looks more like it's part of the footpath going along the river, but it's quite wide. So that was a good area to let Sprocket off the lead and play ball, which is what she's desperate to do. Just have a little bit of a run, especially on the last morning before we went home. Shower block, it looks like a sort of a barn from the outside, so you think, oh, what's it going to be like on the inside? But it was very clean, large showers. No problems with those at all. The toilet emptying point, bins, washing machines, etc. They're all down by the old toilet block, which is by the pub. Could be a bit of a way to take the toilet to empty, but we just did it when we left. We just parked up near near the toilet block, it's not a problem. So popped into the pub for a meal in the evening. I'd already popped in to check it was dog friendly because I couldn't see any signs, but there's no problem there. A lot of room in the pub, usual sort of menu. And I had haddock and chips, which was very nice, no problem at all. And if you sit in that front bit, which is like a conservatory, apologies for sprocket, if you sit in the front bit, which is like a conservatory, you can watch the ferry going backwards and forwards. It seemed to go on, well, it was still going at 10 o'clock, and when I got up in the morning about half six sunrise, he was also going as well. When I got up in the morning, there was lots of mist coming off the river, etc., across the field, so I went out and put the drone up as well at sunrise, and that's what we'll finish off with. And that's the end of the Norfolk tour. So if you've been with us for all the episodes, thank you very much. Even if you haven't, all the links for the other episodes are in the description, and please remember to like and subscribe because it really helps. And Norfolk's quite a fitting place to leave you, as our next trip is going to start off probably with similar scenery. We're off to Holland, and we're not going to go to Amsterdam because we've done that before. Found some quite interesting places to stay. Not all of them I can book, so it's a bit of a, is that going to work or not? But really looking forward to that. So that'll be the start of our next vlog. Please join us then, and goodbye for now. Oh, P.S. I am filming this bit while we're back at home. We don't normally have all these hills in Norfolk, cows and trees. Oh, sprockets rolling. Get up. Up. Sprocket!